Hey folks, it's Mark with Apple Creek Outdoors, and we're out in the woods today doing a little bit of salvage tree cutting. Earlier this winter I noticed I had a red oak in decline here, and I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and cut this down before it rots any further and take it to a friend who has a sawmill and make up some lumber out of this. So anyway, just a quick how-to on cutting this down, and then later on we'll give you a video too showing cutting this log up into lumber. So anyway, as we get going here, a couple things to keep in mind. You always want to make sure you have a hard hat and eye protection, ear protection as well. I will be using wedges here just to make sure that the tree goes in the direction I want it to. Now, just a few basics here on tree cutting. By no means am I an expert at this, but I think I can provide a little bit of information here to give you the basics on felling a large tree. So as I first come up to this tree and take a look, I notice first of all that it's got a fair amount of weight hanging to this direction. It's got a larger limb out to the right, or out to my right. And also the tree has a very slight lean to that direction, which it works out very well because I kind of have a clear path right through here that I'll try to fell this tree. With a dead tree, with any tree, but especially with a tree that is dead and the branches are already starting to fall down a little bit, you got to be extra careful with the widow makers. And as that tree starts to fall and those branches strike other branches, those break off very easily and spring back and can make a widow. So you always want to take tree cutting very seriously and precautiously. And if you're uncomfortable with it, make sure you have somebody who is knowledgeable and capable to do the tree cutting. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I know which direction we plan to fell the tree. We're just going to use a simple method of cutting a wedge into the tree in the direction that I want it to fall. Now, cutting that wedge is very important. It's very important that your two cuts do not go past each other. Okay, so I'm going to have one horizontal cut and I'm going to have another cut, and they must meet perfectly right here. And then we'll come in from the back side and make the relief cut, and the tree will fall. But anyway, we'll give you the details of that as we go through it. Ready? That's not good. See that tree, the wedge actually came apart on a shake ring right there. So we'll get in there a little bit more and take some more of the wedge out to make sure it's all out. Alright, Alright, well it wasn't pretty, but I got the rest of the wedge out of there. So now what we're going to try to do is leave 3 posts on this tree. We want 1 post on this part of the wedge, 1 on the other side, leaving an area about so big. And then we're also going to leave a piece back here that also connects that tree to the stump. So what I'll do is I'll take my saw and we'll bore in right here, straight in, try to come out in the wedge, and then do the same thing on the other side. And then once we get that opened up, we'll put a couple wedges, actual wedges in there to make sure it goes in the right direction. Then we'll take that back post out and that tree should fall hopefully where we want it to. Here I've nosed in with the chainsaw, and if you look in there you can actually see the chainsaw bar right at the hinge point, and that's what we want. So right now the weight of this tree is being supported on 3 posts on that stump. We've got a nice wedge cut in, and I'm going to go ahead and tap these wedges in just to give it a little extra help in that direction, and then we'll go in, or we'll come in and make this back cut. Alright, well, we had a successful felling of this big red oak here. You can see it went right where I had intended to. And that's all about cutting the perfect wedge in. And you can see too, the 2 posts that were still holding this thing to the tree. I came in, made the back cut, and it didn't go over right away. This was a very well-balanced tree, so I actually had to tap these wedges in a little bit further to make it go ahead and fall down. But once again, it went right where we wanted it to. Now, if you take a look at this tree though, and I noticed this when I cut the wedge out, it had some shake in it. And essentially there's a weak point right here in the growth rings that would make this log less than valuable if you were to take it to market. Now, despite this tree having died, looks like we got to it soon enough that we can really salvage this log and get a lot of good lumber out of it. The rot has not really worked into the sapwood much at all, so the heartwood for sure is going to be real solid. So we'll be able to make lots of nice furniture and other things out of this log. So thanks for tuning in to Apple Creek Outdoors. Hope you learned a little something today, and look forward to seeing you next time.